Hey, it's Luke Lonien, and you're listening to 103.1 KFIL's Coach's Corner on demand. And welcome back to Coach's Corner. With us now, the head coach of the Chatfield Gophers football team. It's Jeff Johnson. Coach, how's it going today?
Hey, great. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for being here, Coach. We do appreciate it. A nice win for you guys last night over Lewiston-Altura, 60-6, the final score in that one. Coach, overall, a well-played game by your defense in particular. They played really well last night.
Yeah, kids started off fast. That was the game plan. Get better every week. The cliche that everybody uses, but it's true. Even in games where the score starts to get a little lopsided, you can't take plays off and get lazy and so that was the goal throughout the week and last night. Continue to get better, play as fast as we can, and everybody did a great job. We got everybody in the ball game, a lot of kids on our second teams are getting some good experience too here. So it was a nice night for us.
What did you see defensively from your squad? It seemed like that defensive front, specifically the defensive line, did a really good job of stopping a Lewiston-Altura run game where they really do make their bread and butter with that run game.
Yeah, our defensive front, it's a tough front, no doubt about it. Our kids play hard. The other thing that was very obvious last night that, Lewiston had some injuries, and that's just, the unfortunate part about football. They did graduate a very good senior class last night, and Coach and I had some time to talk about the game even before it started, and unfortunately he had two more veteran linemen go down the week before the game, and another center last night. So it's just tough to block, seniors that have been playing for 3 years with juniors and sophomores, and even some freshmen that he had to use last night too. So it was just going to be too tough to block our senior group. We started one junior on the defense last night, and we've got a boatload of seniors that have played a long time, and they're pretty talented and strong, and we just swarmed to the ball, and basically everybody did their job, and it was tough to move the ball against us last night. So, defensively we played pretty sound. Gave up a couple of runs there in the first half. Hats off to the Lewiston kids, and like I said, as young as they were, they created a couple nice holes on us. So they had one long run, great hustle play by Luke Carrier was on the opposite side of the field and ran it all the way down and tackled their running back on the Creedemacher kid. Actually, no, I think it was the Coulter kid. Anyways, he was tackled about on the 11-yard line, 10-yard line. You may remember a little bit more, but our defense rose to the occasion down there, and we put a stop to him and ended up getting the ball back right before the half with 58 seconds left. So, and then we ended up scoring in one play, which our offense is very capable of doing. But, it was a very good hustle play by Luke on that play, and then the rest of our defense kind of honed back in on their responsibilities, and we stopped them in 4 plays down there. So that was a nice sign by our D.
Like we mentioned, 60-6, the final score in that one, Coach. 4-0 to start the season at the midway point. What have you been most pleased with this Chatfield Gopher team?
Well, the way that we're able to not only run the ball but pass the ball. I mean, we've got one of the best, if not the best, running back in Southeast Minnesota, and teams know that, so they really have to stack the box against us. And Parker Delaney and Sam Backer have the ability to both throw the ball as well. So it's going to make it tough for defenses to stop that. We have to continue to work on that passing game throughout the week because we know what we're going to get defensively, and we're going to get a lot of guys up close to the line of scrimmage to stop the run. And, having the playmakers that we do out on the edge with Drew Schindler and Cole Johnson and Drew O'Connor, Sully Ferguson, Luke Carrier, all these guys have the opportunity and the ability to not only catch the ball, but run with it once they get it. So we got to continue to get those guys the ball. We tried to do that early and often last night too. To some of those kids, and we threw a couple nice passes to them. So Cole Johnson had a nice night for us, 3 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown. Drew Schindler had a nice long pass coming out of our own end zone from Sam Backer for 40 yards. Drew O'Connor caught a touchdown pass wide open for 19 yards for the first touchdown of the game, first or second, I can't remember. And then, we ended up getting the ball to a few other kids too in the passing game. So it was a nice night to try to spread the ball around and share that with everybody. So, like I said, Sam Backer had another nice night for us. Only had 8 carries, but he still ended up with 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Jackson Shield ran hard as well too. So Jackson ended up with 7 carries, 72 yards and a touchdown. Carson Rowland came in for 1 carry on a quarterback counter and got 20 yards and a touchdown. Ben Carrier had 35 yards on 3 carries and a touchdown. And Cole Raymaker came in at the end of the game, 2 carries, 17 yards. So very well-rounded team effort on both sides of the ball. Like I said, we got a lot of kids in the game last night and gave them some experience as well.
Coach, you have La Crescent Hoka next week. It's a Thursday night game in La Crescent. The Lancers had a big comeback against Rochester Luard before the Luard Eagles were able to get the win, but that shows you the resilience of this Lancer team. What do you expect to see from them here next week?
Well, first of all, I think we're going to end up seeing a full game by our starters, and it's been 2 weeks now. So we need to get back in shape. We're taking a lot of practice time trying to do so, but there's nothing like game shape. So I think we're going to have 4 quarters ahead of our players, our starters next week, and they've definitely changed their program around down there. They had to cancel their football program, I think it was 2 years ago. So the new coach down there is obviously coaching them up and recruiting more kids out for the sport. They've got around 80 kids, 7 through 12, so that's a huge accomplishment by them. And they're heading in the right direction. So all focus is on La Crescent starting today.
Jeff Johnson with us, the head coach of the Chatfield Gophers. They took down Lewiston-Altura last night 60-6. Of course, we broadcasted that on Fun 104 last night. They take on La Crescent Hoka next week. Coach, anything else you wanted to add here as we wrap things up?
No, just another shout out to our parents. They formed a little cheer squad last night. That was fun to see, and of course they are always helping with our team meals on Thursday night too. So thank you to those parents for the time that they're putting in as well too. It's a pretty supportive group. So we're off to the right track, and we just got to keep this train rolling.
Coach, we appreciate the time every week. Thank you so much, and good luck next week against La Crescent.
Okay, thank you. Take care.
We got more Coach's Corner on the way next this morning right here on 103.1 KFIL.